Another story turning here. There's a new commercial from Cheerios that's drawing a lot of attention. It features a mixed-race family, and that's led to some negative comments online.
Mom.
Yes, honey?
Dad told me that Cheerios is good for your heart. Is that true?
This commercial, with a white mom, biracial child, and an African-American dad, produced so many racist remarks last week. The online bigotry offended many Americans.
Gross, outrageous stuff, and the kind of stuff that's really rooted in unfair stereotypes of black people, really.
The maker of Cheerios, General Mills, found some of the reactions so offensive it disabled all YouTube comments about his commercial.
The comments that were made, in our view, were not family friendly, and that was really the trigger for us, to pull them off.
How could a commercial about a little girl who puts Cheerios on her daddy's chest incite hate? And while there may be a mixed-race president, on television over the years, interracial families rarely have been seen.
Ultimately, we were trying to portray an American family. And there are lots of multicultural families in America today.
General Mills says it will not pull the ad due to any controversy, and Megan, who ate Cheerios at a very young age, is grateful the company has taken a stand.
I think this commercial is a really big step for interracial families. The commercial represents that we exist.
And here to weigh in, Star Jones, an attorney and former prosecutor, and Donnie Deutsch, the chairman of Deutsch, Inc. Good morning to you both.
Hey, kids.
Good morning.
Star, let me start with you. Should we be surprised by this reaction? If you look at a comment section on anything on the web, you're going to find ugliness and hatred. Those are some of the darkest places online. Are you surprised by the reaction to this ad?
I'm not surprised at the reaction because, social media is the new kind of Ku Klux Klan white hood. It allows you to be anonymous and to say the kinds of things that you would never say to a person to their face. But a lot of this is generational also. People in my generation are still stuck in giving the side eye to an interracial couple. I think younger people have gotten used to seeing black and white and Latin and black and Latin and white. That's not going to be an issue in years to come.
Donnie, you're an advertiser, I should say. Your company actually did it, an interracial couple in an ad 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
But you still think this is somewhat unusual for Madison Avenue.
Well,
Why?
what's unfortunate is that I still think 97% of companies would stay away from this because they would say, I don't need the letters, which is a shame because in reality, when you do an ad like this, yes, there will be some fringe crazy people that go, and fringe crazy people go crazy about everything. But in reality, you're making a statement about your company. We're progressive, we're inclusive, we are about today. And great advertising holds up a mirror to who we are and where we're going. But the shame is, once again, I did an interracial couple for IKEA 20 years ago. And as the lead-up piece said, we see it in TVs, we see it in movies, advertising still very late to the game. So my challenge to advertisers out there, get with where the country is going.
I was struck watching this. It didn't strike me. We talked about the generational thing, but how infrequently we do see interracial couples in any advertising.
You know what? Think about it. We are in this post-racial environment with a black president, and we are cohesive as a family here at the Today Show, but a lot of people still see black and white, and they like to bring out the dirty and the nasty. I'm glad we're having this conversation.
There's also an interesting point that advertisers have really one objective, to make money for their shareholders. So if in reality there's 1% of this country that are an interracial couple, that's probably what the representation should be. So we can't overreact because, once again, their job is to sell product. This is a smart way to sell product, and that's why they're doing it.
But are we somehow kind of giving voice to this, the few people that go on anonymous comment sections and say this kind of thing by highlighting it like this?
But we're also giving voice to the fact that it's heart healthy, and that makes me happy.
Star, okay, bring in our own agenda item there at the end.
But Donnie, doesn't an advertiser have a responsibility to push the conversation forward? In other words, you're not held accountable to that 1%.
Well, you're not held accountable, but your responsibility is to do what's right for your brand. And for Cheerios, this was right. There may be some brands, there may be some real mainstream. If I'm selling Quaker Oats, I'm probably not doing that. Doesn't mean I love this ad and I salute Cheerios, and get smart. More advertisers need to do it.
Good conversation to have. Star and Donnie, thank you.
Thanks,
as
guys.
always.